If you ever need me, just holler. Can we just go back on our gladly? Now that we have Big Sister with us, now we can proceed forward with our endeavours intact. Excellent. So which way now is the way forward? We have 5 people in our ranks. There is a 6th one out there somewhere. Big hole there. Hold on. What about the room? Oh, fine. What about this way? Oh, there's a book here. This book? It's the diary that I've been finding the torn pages from. There's something in Russian written on the front cover. Sophia. Could that be the little girl's name? There's also a page not torn from this diary. It appears to be the very last entry. 27th of December. I was able to eat any human meat without problem, but now it looks like I can only eat female meat after all. Female meat is so soft and tender, not at all like male meat, so whenever a boy or a man arrives to my home, I kill them as soon as possible and use their meat for cooking experimentations. I don't have much room down in the basement, so it's wasteful for me to keep any males there. There's something also written in Russian on the back of this diary. What does that mean? 27th of January. The last entry from this diary was written about 2 years ago. Translating all of the Russian I've been reading, it all makes sense now. Mr. Inaba, is something the matter? No, it's nothing at all. Sophia's diary. You are unable to continue investigation once you enter this room. Do you still wish to enter? I would like to save our progression. Yeah, let's go in there. Let's see what we are doing. There's a lot less investigating and more rescuing in this particular game. Whoa. Hi. Arimura, and you too. What are you guys doing here? All you need to hurry and run away. There's not time to play hero. Come on, let's get out of here. Arimura, is that boy you were talking about earlier? Huh? Yeah, he was trapped alongside Andu. Them and myself in a jail cell down in the basement. All of you together? Come on, let's get going. These girls, they look delicious. Shut up, Sophia. Watch out, everyone. I don't like the look in her eyes. Blah, 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 blah. Sophia, please help me out. Sophia. Wait, that girl's name is Sophia. This little girl is the author behind all of the diary entries I've found around the mansion. The diary we found earlier had her name written on the front cover. Why do you know my name? Listen to me for just a moment. Seriously, is this really the time for that? Sophia, I want you to hear me put together the mystery surrounding this case. Wait, you want her to listen to you solve the case? Mr. Inaba, what good does that do to us? This isn't the time or if not now, then when? You're hesitating. I'll take that as an approval. Are you crazy? Just what kind of mystery do you think needs solving? The events that transpired inside this mansion. What? But what's there to solve, Mr. Inaba? The only thing that's happened here is us being chased around by a girl with a knife. No more, no less. All of you have most certainly been wrapped up into something much grander than that. Much grander? What do you mean? You could call this entire situation an atonement. An atonement? For what? This is their reparation for what they did to Sophia. Everyone here was put in danger all for this one person's act. No, no way. Arimura, I have a question to ask. Aside from Sophia and I, everyone else present was locked down in the jail cell with you, correct? Yes, that's right. It was me, her, Andu, and Sasami. However, from everything I've learned, there is one person amongst the four of you who shouldn't even be with you and the others in the first place. Mr. Inaba, are you suggesting? Yes. I am about to reveal who should not be present in the basement's jail cell. Rin should not have been there because Rin is a male. Rin, you should not have been present. What? Rin? You were able to gain access into the mansion by the means of a secret tunnel. That's a completely groundless accusation. My grounds for the accusation are contained within this diary. Sophia's diary, to be exact. Sophia's diary? I found the pages from this diary scattered all across the mansion, and what was written within them was quite intriguing. For instance, this last diary entry Sophia wrote in her diary on the December 27th, 2015. So whenever a boy or a man arrives to my home, I kill them as soon as possible and use their meat for cooking experimentations. Don't have much room down there. Wasteful to keep any males there. According to the entry, Sophia does not lock up any boys or men in the jail cell of her basement. Nevertheless, you were down there. No way, I had no idea. Aside from Sophia's mother and father, there was one other person she wrote of quite frequently. I was shocked when I suddenly saw a teenager who didn't look that much older than me entering my bedroom from the window. They took one look at me and cried out monster. It was pretty rude to hear them call me that, but after seeing that I am not some kind of monster. They stayed and talked to me for a while. It's been a while since I talked to anyone aside from my own family, so it was a lot of fun. I told them that coming to my window could one day land us both in trouble, and about the secret passage down in the basement, yes. Unlock the trap door, know the password, teenage friend knows it too. They told me they were to come back to see me. I can't wait to have fun hanging out with them again. This teenager she writes about, she's talking about you, isn't she? What? So what Mr. Inaba's trying to say is, you have tricked all of us? Mr. Inaba, is it? Your current deductions are nothing more of a conjuncture. I'm right, aren't I? You don't have a scrap of evidence past the circumstantial. He's not wrong. I'll be clear. I have never been to this mansion before. If I'm really some kind of mastermind that put everyone in danger, please proceed to evidence now. I have that evidence. I have evidence that you are the culprit. Arimura? So you're telling us that you have never been to this mansion before, that you came here with your friend and got separated when Sophia caught you, right? Yeah, that's right. Are you saying I'm lying? In that case, when we all had managed to escape from the jail cell, how did you know what floor we were on? I believe all of us were knocked out just before we woke up in the jail cell. Therefore, none of us should have known where we were being held at. Arimura's right. Natsu and I were unconscious when we were caught by that girl, Sophia. We could never really saw where she took us during that time. Yeah, you knew we could reach the first floor from that ladder. You mean... there's a ladder here we could climb. It looks like we should be able to reach the first floor that way. I had an inkling that this was going to crop up again. Because, Rin, how did you know that we were going up to the first floor? I must have guessed the ground floor. If this really was your first time here, why would you make such a claim? That's because on top of that, there's this lantern I found in the basement. Out of everything in the basement, this lantern is the only item that was still in brand new condition. Everything else we've found down there was old and falling apart. Yeah, how was it put there in the first place? It's almost like you used that to get here. That's because you specifically brought it with you, right? And so what if I did? So now you're telling us that when Sophia attacked you and threw you in the basement, you somehow were able to maintain a death grip on this lantern in your unconscious state. Don't you think that's a bit strange? Sorry, but I don't buy that. On top of that, you are trying to lead us towards Sophia's room under the pretense that you were still looking for your friend, when your friend in fact is Sophia. Then that means that Tamuki and Yuta are... To tell you the truth, when I first entered this mansion, I found the dead bodies of 2 boys from our high school. I'm terribly sorry, Andu. It can't be. If you knew about all of this, Arimura, then why did you accept his proposal to go upstairs to the 2nd floor? Because at the time there was the slight possibility that his friend may still be in here somewhere. I didn't want to change that. Yet the truth of the matter is that there wasn't any friend to begin with. Am I right? That is to say, I've searched this entire mansion from top to bottom. I can say with fair certainty that the only recently dead bodies I found were those of Andu's and hers friends near the entrance. The only survivors are present in this very room. Your true purpose in coming here was to reunite with Sophia, so you were only pretending to cooperate with us until you reached your goal. Am I wrong about that? I have no words to refute you with. Oh. So you admit it? Yeah, it's exactly as you say. I came here to see Sophia. I'm truly sorry for putting you all in danger. Hey Sophia, I'm sorry to make you wait. It's me, Rin. Do you remember? What? What about that? In Russian? It's the Russian word for the forget-me-not flower. This is the password that Sophia taught me a long time ago. As long as I have this password, I can go through the secret tunnel. Is that right, Sophia? Rin, no one except Rin could know the password. Yes, that's right, it's me. I came back. You said you would come back, Rin. You are a liar. Yeah, I know I made a promise to you over a year ago. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry that I had to back out of it. My family had to move out of town. It was so sudden I had no time to tell anyone. But I just came back to this town the other day. I'm sorry I had to make you wait for me. Please forgive me, Sophia. I missed you so much. You're so late. I've been waiting, Rin. Aww. I've been waiting for you forever. Wah. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So this case is closed? It seems so. For now, Sophia has regained her humanity. That's good. Man, my brain is exhausted. Well, you get a passing grade for your deduction for that case, Arimura. Well, I am Mr. Inaba's #1 assistant after all. That you are. Thank goodness. That means we can go home now, right? I agree. We should go ahead and leave. I'm all for that. We also need to get him and Sophia out of here as well. Hey, could you guys go on ahead? I'd like to spend a little more time with Sophia. Of course. Alright, Mr. Inaba, lead the way. Yeah. Are we sure we can trust them, though? That's the problem. I should not have saved there. I should have saved in one of the other things. Big sister, I'm so happy you're alright. Yep, and how we've solved the case? Just as I expected from my big sister. That's nice and all, but we need to get out of here already. Jeez, of course Mr. Widow is all scared and wants to get back home with his tail between his legs. That is not the reason, and you know it. Guys, do you smell that? It smells like something's burning. Yeah, it does. Something's definitely burning. It smells like it's coming from Sophia's bedroom. That's definitely strange. We should check it out. They're plotting something. I can smell it. I knew it. What in the... You two, stay back. Sophia killed people. She ate them. The world won't forgive someone like her. But the true bearer of that sin is me. I am the one who caused all of this. She wouldn't be like this if I didn't leave her all alone with no one to turn to. This is why I too have to be punished along with her. And the only way to atone for this is with our lives. No, please no. The flames are too strong. We're all going to die if we stay here. Hurry, just get out of here. I'm sorry for involving you all to the very end. Mr. Inaba, what should we do? Damn it! Do you want to save the progress? Yeah, we do. Escape. Mr. Inaba, what about those two? No. There's nothing we could do for them. But if we don't hurry and get out of here, we'll be burnt alive too. Sam's right. As heartless as you may sound, we need to get out of here as fast as we can. The fastest route possible. Without interacting with her. Mr. Widow is smoking here. Katie, we need to get out of here. Mr. Inaba, doesn't this fire seem to be spreading a little faster than normal? You must be preparing this the entire time. Hey, I don't want all of you to die, so can we get moving? I agree with that. Ooh. This way. Oh, we can actually not interact with the flame. That's cool. And all. That must be it then. So we managed to escape from the mansion. Not long after, the firefighters arrived and put out the flames. Inside, they found the charred remains of a boy and a girl, both embracing each other. We told the police all we knew and returned home. Both him and Sophia offered their own lives as compensation for the sins they committed. Was what they did the right thing, or was it wrong? I can't say, or cannot say. I am in no position nor qualified to judge their actions. All I can do is announce that this case is closed. This will be one mystery file I will never forget. Excuse me. And to their happiness. So that wasn't the best ending we could have done. Was there anything else within this? Let's get out of here. Follow me. Leave us, Sophia and I. We both have to die here. That's for the best. Oof. If Sophia is truly that important to you, then how could you even think of deciding to die together? Dying like that is just an excuse to run away from your own culpability. You're wrong. It's because I abandoned Sophia. That's why I have to do this. So two wrongs make a right. You're running away again now. If you really want to atone for your sins, you will keep on living, even if you have to crawl through mud to do it. Then spend your entire life by Sophia's side and carry the weight of her sins as well. That is what it means to redeem yourself. What I want, what we want. Rin, Sophia, Rin. As long as I'm with you, nothing is scary anymore. Sophia, me too. I'm not scared anymore because of you. I don't want to be alone any longer. I want to see how outside looks again. I understand. I will keep that promise to you. Let's get out of here, Sophia. Great, then let's get going. We'll all have to leave together. Yes, sir. Sound good to me. You, Sophia. They must have breathed in too much smoke. It appears that they're only unconscious now. I'll carry him on my back. I'll carry Sophia on mine. Arimura, can you use me for support? Lean on my shoulder. Right, thanks, Andrew. We need to hurry. The fire is getting worse. I concur. Let's go to the entranceway. Let's go to the entranceway now. Mr. Weirdo is smoking here. Katie, we need to get out of here. Mr. Inaba, doesn't this fire to be spreading a little faster than normal? Must have been preparing this the entire time. I don't want all of you to die, so can we get moving? Sounds good to me. Sounds very good to me indeed. Is there any differences in this time around? There seems to be another way. Ooh. The ceiling collapsed. We took a bit more time than usual. Oh no. No, wait, what do we do now? Oh yeah, Mr. Weirdo, why are you away for so long? I took a look around and found the trapdoor in the basement. Really? It's possible that this trapdoor could lead to the secret tunnel that he used, so we must hurry that way. Right. Escape from the burning mansion. I thought that was suspicious because that way is also a way which we can go. Gosh, down the fireplace. Over this way. Okay, that way's burned up. Ah, that trapdoor. Gosh, this is the trapdoor I found. This is it. This trapdoor is made of iron, but it won't open. Hold on, I see an input lock here. The combination dials are all written in Russian letters. What should we put in? The password opens up to the... It's the forget-me-not thing. Oh my god, what is it? I don't know. Oh gosh, I'll have to look it up. 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 I am not doing this thing. Okay, master bedroom door. No. End. We need another end. We need another end. We need to get to examine the door. Examine the trapdoor. It doesn't say what the password is. I don't know. Diary entries. I don't know. It doesn't say. I have to look back on my recording. Hold on. God, I would not have been able to figure this out if I did not look back on my recording. Otherwise, I'd have to play throughout some part of the game again. Oh, I could have just looked up on Google of what Russian is for forget-me-not. For goodness sakes. Dearie me. I'm glad we was able to do this. So, end. There we go. You did it, Mr. Inaba. The trapdoor's open. Hurry and get inside everyone. We can escape through here. That's a good idea. We all escaped through the secret tunnel. It led out to the woods in the back of the mansion. Far off in the distance we can hear the sounds of sirens. Soon after, the firefighters extinguished the flames and we sent those two to the hospital. After he woke up, he ensured that Sophia's condition had stabilized and then turned himself over to the police. Thus, the case was brought to a close. This will be one mystery I'll never forget. And a cutscene. Ah, those two were from the first game. So this is like a journey throughout the other games that we played. He was the culprit. I remember now that the bus driver was the culprit in the first game. That's Katie and her mother. And her mother was the key to getting the best ending or the secret ending. I remember there was a secret ending in the first game, which required Katie's mother to be there. The music will have to be muted. Those two... Oh, that's from the second game. I remember how complicated that family story was, honestly. Throwing snowballs. And then we get to the end. And the third game, or part of the third game, must be some people's parents, either Sophia's parents or... No, it can't be Arimura's parents, because they look different. Hello? That must be also part of the mansion. The mansion's household. And also they're aging as well, the characters. And this is the most recent events. There's Katie up there. Where are you going? So they got out scot-free, unless they're planning on going, or they need to go to jail. Think about what all the things that Sophia did. Aww. That's written Sophia right there. That's good. That's real good. That's real good now. Whew-wee. That was something, don't you think? So if I were to have to guess, if we didn't get all of the diary pieces, then that... Oh, I'm glad he and Sophia weren't seriously injured. It ended up being convenient for you since it gave you a chance to have your ankle looked at without an extra trip. They said I'm still not good to walk on it, so I'm sorry for making you carry me, Mr. Inaba. Well, you are pretty scraggly, so it's no bother to me. Hey, could you just say that I'm light? Looks like Katie returned back to the other side. Her boss must have figured out she was plain hooky on the job. There's still so much I want to speak with her about. Will she be able to come back again? Hopefully next time she'll let me know in advance when she's arriving. Yeah, she must have scared you out of your wits. Mind repeating that? Oh, don't pull my cheek like that. You can't carry me with one arm. Don't you dare make me fall. Where are your manners? Forgive me, please don't drop me, sir. Hey, Arimura. Yeah? You've been my assistant for such a long time. Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden, Mr. Inaba? I was beginning to wonder if it's time that you graduate from being my assistant. Huh? Soon you will be attending a university. It would be unreasonable for you to still be my assistant at that point. Mr. Inaba? Yeah, you're right. I can't just stay with you forever, can I, Mr. Inaba? Yeah, I understand. When I graduate from high school, I will also graduate from being your assistant. You were the very best assistant I could ever ask for. What do you say, Mr. Inaba? From now on, I will continue to be your assistant. What? Aren't you going to graduate? Am I graduating this moment? I don't think it's still the middle of summer and I haven't finished high school yet. You know, I still have a ways to go before that happens. That's true. And that's why, until the time comes, please allow me to continue to be your assistant, Arimura. I expect you to work hard until the very last minute. As I said, your work will be flawless. Just do what you always do. Roger that. You can count on me because I am your #1 assistant. The #1 assistant to the great detective Sogo Inaba. End 1, and on to the next case. That seems pretty conclusive. Because now the next life will go. Okay, thank you very much for playing Mystery Files Detective Inaba #3. After this entry, I, the scenario writer, and the rest of us at Suika Bar are going to take a break and step away from the Mystery Files Detective Inaba series. There is always a possibility that a story involved with Sogo and Nina will happen, but that is a conversation for another time. Everyone here at Suika Bar would like to sincerely thank you for the support for our Mystery Files Detective Inaba series. We hope to see you again in the future. I think these games were initially released like a few years ago, I think. So it's not exactly that these games are really recent, it's just quite recent to the English language. Also known as the timid female student in the investigation files of Assistant Arimura prologue, Sesame is the crybaby tomboy of the group. In Sesame's concept, she was originally going to be Sophia's teenage friend instead of Rin. For this, we wrote Sesame to be a character of an ambiguous gender. Therefore, we initially designed her to be a feminine boy who would dress in girls' clothing. However, the concept ended up being too much for us to handle, and she didn't connect much to the scenario, so we decided in the end to turn her into a tomboy instead. Personally, I wish I could have done more with the development of the lesbian relationship between Sesame and Natsuki. So cute. Also known as the energetic female student in the investigation files of Assistant Arimura prologue, we originally imagined Natsuki as a big sister type of character. One of the first things we wanted in the Mystery Files Detective Inaba #3 was to have two girls who were the best of friends. As a result, we created Natsuki and Sesame to fill those roles, with Sesame being completely reliant on Natsuki. When Natsuki was with Nina and the other students, she took on the role of being a mother-like figure to them, since she speaks to everyone without any favoritism. Good friend. It's easy for her peers to be motivated by her. Seeing as she's very athletic, I think it would be nice to see Natsuki out there playing team sports like softball or lacrosse, don't you think? I'm not sure if I pronounced that right. Hello there! Here are some interesting tidbits about the game. The following information may contain minor spoilers. Yeah, we've heard it. If you go back to the title screen now, there will be a new title illustration. There are two of them. One will be on Sogo and Nina, and the other with Sophia and Rin. Please make sure to see them both. I think we've seen them already in the first ending. Not the first ending we discovered, but the first ending that's illustrated in the game. Spoiler 2. Jump scare for girls. There are minor dialogue variants to the jump scares in the first was toilet room, dining room, and bathroom, depending on which girl are in Sogo's party. You have to agree that the jump scares are not as scary when Nina is around. Lol. Really? Sogo and Katie's conversations. There's a small window for a player to read some interesting exchanges between Sogo and Katie. You can do this after the scene in the charm protected room with a monster sensitive to sounds. We did that actually. Then talk to Katie in the study to have her give some lighter fluid to Sogo so he can refill the Zippo lighter. Afterward, talk to Katie again. There will now be an option to talk with Katie, select this to strike a conversation with her. Did you know that there are a total of 3 different exchanges between the two? Keep talking to her until you have read all 3 of them. We only managed to get 2 of those, but unfortunately, because I thought that we repeated over the second one that we discovered, so therefore we didn't try to think that it's something that could actually be different. So we are definitely within the apartment. Katie! I'm quite partial to Katie, since I was originally her character designer and she was already a beloved character. As for one exchange of a scenario, her involvement was basically a perk of my position. Therefore, I wanted Katie to make an appearance in the third game at all costs. So all of us at Suika Bar had to brainstorm what unique gimmicks she could utilize. We realized that having Sogo be all by himself for the Inaba portion of the game made it difficult for him to vocalize his thoughts. But once we knew Katie through Katie and his partner, everything became a lot smoother. One of the main aspects about Katie in this game is that she can finally cross over with her mother. Now Katie is able to become a happy normal little girl that she always meant to be. If you want to compare Katie to herself in the first game, you can see that she has changed quite a bit. I like to think that this is how Katie was always meant to be personality-wise before all of the tragic events that happened. I feel that she's happy, that her current design is more in line with her being an actual little kid than her original design in the first game, but it's probably just my imagination. That's all good and all. Hello? Rin is a character who is working behind the scenes in the third game. He is also the teenage friend of Sophia as mentioned in her diary entries. Rin's entire existence was designed around Sophia, especially when he had such a pivotal role in her story. Therefore, fleshing out his character was so vital. I recall having my fair share of difficulty forming him. In the end, we at Suika Bar decided on the idea of having Rin become the foil of Sogo and basically be a male version of Nina. For example, if we could liken Sogo to a cat, then Rin would be a dog, etc. Ren's biggest regret in his life is never having the time to properly say goodbye to his young Russian friend Sophia before his family suddenly moved. Since Sophia's diary was written 2 years ago in 2015, Ren first met Sophia when he was 14, so 2017 must have been when this game was published originally. He was the teenager who climbed up a window to her mansion on a dare, then blossoming their newfound friendship. Now that he is 16 years old, Rin returned to his old hometown to see Sophia as soon as he arrived. However, upon entering her mansion through a secret tunnel, he could tell immediately that something was very wrong. His fears were founded when he discovered Sophia was eating people. Rin blamed himself and thought it was all his fault that this had happened. The end result is what you saw unfold in the game. I think moving forward, Rin will atone for his sins by taking Sogo's advice to heart and never leaving Sophia's side for as long as they live. Now, we can save in this room. Excellent. Gallery personnel. obstacle. Sophia. Sophia is the main antagonist of the third entry, since the entire story is centered around her, so it's not much of a ghoul, it's just a cannibalistic girl. The game couldn't have been made without creating her character first. In the earliest drafts of the story, it was simply a story. Focusing entirely on Sophia, there weren't going to be any scenes into Sogo and Inaba's past as to how they first met. Also, since the third game is the last game in the trilogy, we've decided a player should also be able to play as Nina, and the game began expanding from there. Sophia was born and raised in Russia, however, her father's job led her and her family to move to Japan in March 2015 when she was just 10 years old. Considering the dates written in the diary, we know that she is now 12 years old in this game. Once Sophia started consuming human flesh, she had steadily gone mad. Additionally, the influence of the spirits of the people in the mansion she had killed from food is also likely affected her, thus giving Sophia some strange supernatural powers. That doesn't really work like that though. Such powers include the ability to turn the area around her mansion into a closed space, thus making it impossible for her victims to escape. This closed space also prevented people from contacting the outside world. So anyone can call them, but the people trapped can't call back. That's why Arimura can contact Sogo, but Sogo is able to contact Arimura. Sophia's memories of Rin were almost certainly the only thing keeping her with even a vestige of humanity. Now that she was able to reunite with her long-lost friend, her desire to eat human flesh should have subsided. Despite losing her humanity from cannibalization, I believe Sophia will gradually return to the fun-loving girl she once was. My only want is for her to be happy with Rin from now on. And now the main character in this tale. Would you like to watch a brief bonus scenario? View a scene of the past. Mr. Inaba, there's something I need to tell you. Yeah, what is it? My teacher told me at school today that cigarettes are super bad for you. Do you mean cigarettes? Oh, like they can kill you, is that it? That's right, so I want you to stop using those cigarettes right now. So I should quit smoking just because you told me to. Hey now, if you got something to say, come out and say it. Mr. Inaba, if I lose you, I'll be left all alone again. I don't want that. Fine, I'll cut back on the cigarettes, but don't expect me to go quit cold turkey. Yeah, you can cut them half the size. Even so, I think my mouth would feel kind of bored without having a cigarette in there. Maybe you need a replacement. In that case, I could give you some lollipops to those icky, smelly cigarettes. That way you will live a long life, Mr. Inaba. That works. Thanks for watching over me, Nina. Aw, that's sweet. And the future. No, sorry, present. The present day. Let's go to the beach, Mr. Inaba. No. Aw, you shot that one down real fast. Who in their right mind would purposely go somewhere where it would be hot and sunny in the scorching heat? I cannot fathom the logic behind it. I would much rather stay indoors with air conditioning. Just go out to the beach without me. It's much better if we go together, so please, pretty please, I only invited the others. Then you can go out and enjoy their company, while I stay here and enjoy my peace and quiet. But I already told them that you'd be there. Don't make promises you can't keep, because now you got to tell them that I lied to you. Just so they will be expecting you, Mr. Inaba. Why would you, Arimura? You just can't go out making my decisions without consulting me first, you know. Exactly. Ah, they're here. Hello, guys. Ah, hello, Miss Arimura. How are you doing today? Sorry if we kept you waiting. I'm doing well, and it's not a problem at all. It's great to see you, Aoi, Mr. Akane, sorry. Oh, so you invited them? Yep. So what do you think? Now, do you feel like going, Mr. Inaba? What's this? Don't tell me that he's not even ready yet. I'm not going. Ah, Mr. Inaba isn't going to be coming with us? No. I'm really sorry. You have to understand that Mr. Inaba is quite the shut-in and absolutely hates going outside. That's a shame. I was really looking forward to him being with us. I guess I could make an exception. Huh? Seriously, Mr. Inaba? Sheesh, it's like... He's like putty in her hands. Thank you so much for doing this for us, Mr. Inaba. Whoa. I have never seen Mr. Weirdo totally given in to someone like that. Katie! I thought I told you not to appear out of nowhere. I don't remember you telling me that. Hee. Why, you little... What? Seriously, what's with you and kids all of a sudden, Mr. Inaba? I thought this was a detective agency, not a daycare. Be reasonable now. Look, all I'm saying is that you have started this whole Inaba daycare brewery outfit of yours ever since you took in Arimura. Arimura is just my assistant. As for Katie, well, I guess you could say that she's an earthbound ghost, but not. Maybe it's just better to just call her a job-bound ghost. What the heck does that even mean? Katie, I didn't expect you to come here. Why wouldn't I be here? We all know that summer is a great time to whip up some good scares. And those scares will be complete without ghosts, and that's where I, Katie, come in. Such utter nonsense. So I heard that you guys are going to the beach. I want to come too. Can ghosts even swim around in the water? But water has salt in it. And salt is bad for ghosts. Jeez, Mr. Inaba, I was a human before I was a ghost. Besides, places with water are great haunting spots. Not this again. I'm happy with this, more the merrier. I think we're all in agreement. So come with us, Mr. Inaba. Hold on a second. So it's just going to be the 5 of us? Yeah, this should be everyone. Then would you mind if I invite one other person? Are you saying that you actually have a friend that's willing to come over? Very funny. No one really wants to be Mr. Weirdo's friends, huh? Kinda makes me feel sorry for him. I will be your friends with you, Mr. Inaba. Aoe. Well, are you going to call up his friend of yours or not? You already know how much I despise being kept waiting. What was that saying again? Bad things come in threes. I don't want to hear that from you, especially when you started this chain of unfortunate events. Oh, you're going to pull my chin on with me phrase at this rate. Shall we head on out? God, you'll want to talk, Mr. Inaba. You are the only one holding up all of this. Holding all of this up. Oh, dare they? Aww. Whoa, we're finally here at the beach. Look at the ocean, Mr. Inaba. Thank you for the astute observation. Cannonball. If the water was so cold. Wait just a minute. Aoe, you too, Arimura, you need to put on some sunscreen first. Sorry for asking you to come out of the blue, Dr. Arimura. Ah, him! Ah, he makes a return. Quite the contrary, Mr. Inaba. I'm thankful that you thought to invite me. Mr. Weirdo, could you put my juice box into the cooler for me? Oh, Mr. Inaba, could you be a doll and set up the beach umbrella? Who do these two think I am? Don't worry about it. I'll assist you. Thank you kindly, Mr. Inaba, Dr. Arimura. Harima? You're welcome. You girls, don't go up too far now. Don't go too far now. Please make sure to do some warm-up exercise before you start swimming. We will. But you guys should come over here and join us. Of course, I'll be right there. Might as well. Thanks for playing our game. Nah. There was a button there, I sure. Here are some of the various illustrations seen in the game. Sophia finds Arimura. Sophia finds Inaba's hiding spot. Freshly severed head. Oh dear, that was one we found earlier. Sophia's family portrait. Sophia the flesh-eating ghoul. We haven't seen that one. Inaba hits him. Sophia crying. Him and Sophia. Inaba carrying. Agent Badger's the best one. They did the best one. So this one we haven't seen, I believe. I don't think we've seen this one. Or have we? I'm not too sure now. But that, folks, is the end of my Let's Play to the third game of this series. And it's definitely the last of the game, considering the comments that the developers have made. But if you want me to go through and see to the bad endings of the game, then please. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so it's not the same then. What's the other one? What's the other one? What's the other screen? They said there was going to be 2 screens. Maybe we need to enter and exit the game again. I don't know. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and see you all in the next game. I love this game, just like the other 2 I liked. And also, when there were puzzles, I expected it to be cryptic and all that, but I think all the puzzles in this game were pretty solid. And even if you were stuck, the game does help you, gives you a little nudge as to what to do, like with the animal pattern ones on that closet door, so that we can see Arimura once again. The game gave you hints of like what makes music, what's slow and steady. We knew that the music was Grasshopper, because it's the only animal in there that makes music, and the slow and steady obviously were tortoise. But there we go, folks. Hope you all enjoyed it as much as I have, and see you all in the next game. Have a good day and take care of yourselves.